Pat Robertson answered a viewer question about gay non-discrimination laws, and of course he gave the worst answer possible because it's a day that ends in Y.
Okay, this is Susan, who says a few months ago, Christian owners of a local bridal shop came under fire for refusing service to a same-sex couple who were planning to be married. Some people felt it was discrimination. Others felt the owners had the right to deny service to anyone they wanted due to their religious beliefs. What are your thoughts on this subject in accordance to God's word?
Well, I think, you know, it's the Apostle Peter said to the elders, said, whether you think it's right to do this, you'll have to judge, but we can only do the thing that we have been, you know, seen and heard. We can only testify to these things. If you have a strong belief that enabling a same-sex marriage is wrong, then you shouldn't. There's no way that a government should force somebody to do that. It is an outrageous invasion of religious liberty and a trampling of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I think the courts that forced that, the officials that forced it, were dead wrong, and it's just one more nail in the coffin of the morality of this nation.
Nail in the coffin of the morality of this nation. No, that's what you represent. That's what being anti-gay represents. And also, you want to talk about the nail in the coffin for the morality of the nation. Maybe we can have a conversation about all the governments in South America we overthrew and put in dictators. And then they proceeded to torture their populations and kill people and take political prisoners and you name it. The list goes on and on. So let's talk about all the fascist regimes we supported if you want to talk about the death of the morality of the nation. How about the war in Iraq? Does that count? Is that something that we could say, hey, you know, this is a problem here and it doesn't speak well of our morality? Can we do that? Or maybe can we do that talking about our history even before that? So the Native American genocide. Did that, you know, maybe that was morally questionable. Maybe it was morally questionable to do slavery and segregation and Jim Crow and not allowing women to vote. And should I continue? Are those things, can we agree that those things maybe are bigger problems? But no, see, to Pat Robertson, it's the gays, man. This is the death of the morality of the nation. It was alive all along up until now, but now that we might give gays rights, well, fuck. Now that morality is gone. When are we going to get our morality back and, like, start toppling governments and putting in fascist leaders again? That was moral. What a silly person. I mean, he really is. And here's how you do your mental test on this issue. Take out the term gay, put in the term black, and see how you feel. So, the government's forcing you to serve the gays? Oh, that's terrible. Of course they shouldn't allow you to do that. It's the death of morality of this nation, the nail in the coffin if you do that. So, put in the word black. They're making you serve blacks? Oh, that's the nail in the coffin. That's the death of morality in this country, that they're making you serve the blacks. Yuck, they're black. Crazy, right? Nobody hears that and goes, yeah, I'm on that side. No, what's crazy is that you are taking the position you're taking, Pat Robertson. That's the fucking crazy thing. So here's the main point. On issues like this, where do we draw the line? Well, I've always said that businesses cannot discriminate based on arbitrary things. That's all. So I always use this example because I think it's very telling that if somebody comes into your store and they start knocking over shelves and shit and causing a problem, yeah, that person you're allowed to kick out, no problem. But when it comes to, hey, that person has red hair, I don't like red hair, get out, and then dye your hair and come back. You have, whatever, hazel eyes, I don't like that, get out. You have fingernails I don't approve of, get the fuck out. I mean, if this is the road we're going to go down, this is a dangerous road to go down. It's a slippery slope to go down. Because we've been there before, and it was always the case that it was, you know, minorities who were treated, oh, no, we don't serve your kind. Or with gays, we don't serve your kind, you're effeminate, and I'm not comfortable with that, get out. If it's something that somebody can't help, and they're not hurting anybody, No, you shouldn't be able to tell them, get out for that arbitrary reason. No, you shouldn't be able to do that. So is that really unreasonable? I don't think it's unreasonable at all. I think that that was the heart of the Civil Rights Act. The heart of the Civil Rights Act was getting into the minds of a racist culture that it's not okay for you to use your personal beliefs to take away basic necessities from a downtrodden population. And we're seeing something very similar today with gay people, and unfortunately, it's over 20 states that still allow for gay people to be kicked out on the basis that they're gay or fired because they're gay. So it's time to take this next step and push back against this as well and make it so that gay people are a protected class, because obviously the evidence shows they need to be a protected class because idiots like Pat Robertson exist who would take away their rights in a second.